Excuse me. Yo, what's good, boxing heads and fight fans around the world? Be Marsh with another boxing video. So, I woke up this morning and, I seen mad videos about this Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua thing, you know what I mean? Yesterday, we were on a hangout on EJ Boxing Live. Hangout Mad Fellas was on there. When I jumped on, there was about like 10 fellas on there. You know what I'm saying? EJ Boxing Live, Boxing Beats and Rhymes, Dan Demand, Low Key, what is it? Scorsese from Low Place, Blood Boxing jumped in, both from Truth and Facts About Boxing, the big homie Chris Caban. There was mad fellas on there, you know what I mean? So when I came on, I was hearing fellas talking about, I didn't really chime in because when I jumped on, fellas was talking about Deontay Wilder dropping his belt or not being a victim to a slave to his belt, you know what I mean? And, like I said, I ain't really chime in at that particular time because to me, that I don't even have no discussion about that because on the real, I don't think Wilder should drop his belt. That's out, man. Don't do it, Barnes Bomber. You know what I'm saying? The big homie Boxing Beats and Rhymes, he suggested that, but, you know what I'm saying? I don't think the man Wilder should drop the belt, you know what I mean? Nah, not at all, because that's his bargaining chip, man. Ain't nobody gonna fight this man without a belt. You kidding me? You know what I'm saying? I even listened to Man 78 Sports video just right now. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And, the man, it was about like a 40-minute video, and I ain't finished it yet. But it was a good-ass video, man. But, I had to jump on and make my piece, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing for sure, two things for certain. I think there's a lot of hypocrisy, double standards, and basically fellas rooting or championing they fighter. You know what I'm saying? And, I think fellas just got to, dig into the facts more and just be honest about the situation. Do I think Wilder should drop his belt? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Wilder should have fought Bermain Stavern already, get him out the way? Yes, I do. All right? So right now he could have been free. You know what I mean? If he had been fought the man Stavern, right now he would have been free and ready to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to defend or say anything bad about Anthony Joshua. I'm not going to say he ducking the man Wilder. I haven't seen that, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him saying, and there's people who say that he said, yeah, he wants the Wilder fight this, that, and the third, But, this is another reason I made this video. For some certain people, right? Certain boxers, their word is golden, you know what I'm saying? When they say something, oh, I want to fight so-and-so, everybody run with that, right? Everybody run with that. That's golden. That's what he said he wants, and that's what he wants. And that's what's up. You can't say the man didn't say he doesn't want to fight if he didn't say that, right? Okay. But when a man like Adonis Stevenson, he says he wants to fight Andre Ward, people don't believe that. People say, oh, he just talking, or they don't believe that. They don't say his word is golden. Fellas don't go back and say, oh, but the man Stevenson said he wants to fight Andre Ward, so he wants to fight him. Nope. That's not the reaction I hear when we say, yo, the man Adonis Stevenson said he wants to fight Wilder. Andre Ward. How clearly does it get when the man, after Andre Ward beat Kovalev, Adonis Stevenson was with his buddy somewhere there in Canada. The man had his green WBC belt on his shoulder, and they were watching the fight. It's on film. Ward beats him. The man congratulates Andre Ward, and he goes to tell the man, yo, Andre Ward, congratulations. He'd like to fight. He wants to fight him next. But that doesn't count, though, right? That doesn't count. But big ups to 78 Sports. Like I said, I just heard his video, you know what I mean? He said that he has videos or proof that Deontay Wilder said in 2015 he wants to fight Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he did not, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not saying he did not, but that's all well and fine, right? But we can believe Deontay Wilder's word is golden, because in 2015 he said he wanted to fight what's his name? Vladimir Klitschko. So that's fine, right? His word is golden. But when the man Adonis Stevenson even said it after the fight, after he knocked out Dawson since 2013. He said he wants Andre Ward. He said he'll come back down to 168 to fight Andre Ward. But I guess that's not golden. When you hear things from the man's mouth, straight from the horse's mouth, that's not golden. But Deontay Wilder, or even when fellas say Anthony Joshua has said that he wants to fight Wilder, which, like I said, I don't have any recollection of that. I've seen Wilder call out AJ. He been in the studio whenever Anthony Joshua fights on American TV on Showtime in the afternoons. He be in the studio in there with Barry Tompkins and them fellas and Steve Farhood. And he says, yeah, man, I'm ready for Anthony Joshua right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's golden right there. He said he wants that. You know what I mean? I heard it from his mouth. So I'm not disputing that the man doesn't want to fight AJ. I think he wants to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I've been heard Deontay Wilder say he wants to be undisputed. And he wants to even fight guys like Anthony, what's the guy, New Zealand guy? Joshua Park, what's his name? Anthony Parker, right? Okay, I've heard Adonis Stevenson say he wants to be undisputed and he wants to fight Ward since he beat Kovalev. But that's not golden. Now look, the reason I'm making this video is because I think there's double standards and hypocrisy. The man Adonis Stevenson wrote after Ward Kovalev 2 on Twitter. Again, congratulations to Andre Ward. Now we must fight, or we gotta fight. I made a video about that, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of people seen that. The night of Andre Ward, June 17th, when he beat Kovalev in the second fight. But that's not golden, right? My favorite fighter, Rigo, man. Them fellas be calling out Lomachenko on Twitter. But that's golden. I'll be honest, man. My guy Rigo is my favorite fighter, right? 2013, he beat the man Donaire. Since then, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no vicious opponents. You check it, and that's not his fault. You know what I mean? Fellas don't want to get in the ring with him. Okay, he's gone with negotiations, done negotiations with Lomachenko. Fellas don't want to get in the ring with him. But I guess we can let that. That's cool. That's cool. You check it, like, yeah, we can admit fellas don't want to fight the man Rigo. When the man Stevenson goes into negotiations, he's nobody gives him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I just heard 78 saying that, yeah, why would anybody, that's a given. I mean, I was saying that yesterday, and so was Truth and Facts about Boxing Bo. You know, they was talking, you know, why would Wilder drop his WBC belt? Fellas ain't even trying to fight him now. Ortiz said he will not fight this guy Wilder if the WBC belt is not in play. You know what I'm saying? So since the man excuse me damn, I even forgot my point. The man Wilder, like I said, if he drops his belt, nobody's gonna fight the man, you know what I'm saying? You check it. That's one thing we all agreed on. Except, you know, fellas like Boxing Beats and Rounds, he's suggesting he thinks he should drop the belt. You know what I mean? I disagree with that, but I do understand where fellas like Boxing Beats and Rhymes, and even fellas like Boxing Librarian, you know, even Boxing Librarian, I think is a fair channel. But you know what I'm saying? Them fellas always he doesn't go in on fellas like that. You know what I'm saying? Them fellas says he wants to see Andre Ward versus Stevenson. You know, he does, you know what I'm saying? And that's all well and fine, and so do I, you know what I mean? That's the best fight in boxing, in my opinion. And that's why, to me, this debate right here for AJ and Wilder, it's going around in circles because this fight's not even close, man. On the real, this fight is great. It's a good-ass fight. But it's not even, to me, the biggest fight in boxing, man. Andre Ward versus Stevenson is. And, you know, fellas might be getting mad at me when I say I want to see that fight, but hey, if you're an Andre Ward fanboy, then I'm sorry, I can't do nothing for you, man. I can't do nothing for you, man. Like Flavor Flav and PE used to say, you know what I mean? Because since I want to see the fight, I guess some fellas don't, you know what I mean? And I'm championing this fight. The way Blood Boxing, big ups to him, how he been championing this Ndongo versus Crawford fight. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I said after this Mikey Garcia video and AB fight, which was a big fight to me, and after Ndongo versus Crawford, the next big fight I want to see in boxing is Stevenson versus Andre Ward. You know what I mean? And another thing I was hearing on 78 Sports, like I said, I just listened to his video, and he's talking about a lot of people saying Wilder does not deserve this fight with Anthony Joshua. And I've heard people say that. I've even heard people say that in videos, saying he doesn't deserve. And then I hear 78 Sports saying champions supposed to fight champions. They're supposed to fight the best. Man, that's what I be saying on my channel all the time. I want to see the best fight the best. That's why I want to see Adonis Stevenson versus Ward. But yet there are people who make videos, who have channels, who have even said in comment sections, they say that the man Adonis Stevenson doesn't deserve a fight with Andre Ward. You see? Now this is hypocrisy and double standards that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Is it because people are fans of Andre Ward that they feel Stevenson does not deserve the fight? Because it's a dangerous fight. Same way 78 said, if Wilder, who would want to fight Wilder, especially without a belt, this big, hard-hitting, one knockout punching artist? Ain't Adonis Stevenson a one knockout artist himself? You know what I'm saying? And you know, why do fellas say that Adonis Stevenson doesn't deserve the fight? But yet the same fans who are saying that Adonis Stevenson doesn't deserve the fight because maybe they Andre Ward fans and they think that's a dangerous fight. Because I don't care which way you cut and slice it. That's a dangerous fight for Andre Ward, vice versa for Adonis Stevenson. It's a dangerous fight. Okay? That's why I want to see it, man. I mean, it is what it is, you know. But when fellas say Wilder doesn't deserve the fight, but yet fellas are championing Wilder, saying he does deserve the fight, and sometimes these same fans are Andre Ward fans, and they're also Deontay Wilder fans, because they're gonna shit on Stevenson and say he doesn't deserve it, but they get mad when they hear people say Wilder doesn't deserve to get a fight with Anthony Joshua. All that deserve is fuckery, man. Pure fuckery. Them fellas got belts, made the best fight the best. If I look in Ring Magazine rankings right now, number 1 and 2 is Anthony Joshua, and in the heavyweight, Anthony Joshua is number 1 if I'm not mistaken, and number 2 is Deontay Wilder. Number 1 and 2 fight each other for the lineal championship. Simple. Ain't that how it goes? Number 1 and 2 fight each other for the lineal championship. Simple. It's not even an undisputed fight. It's a unification fight. Andre Ward, number 1 pound for pound on the planet. Adonis Stevenson, he's now ranked number 2 in the Ring Magazine rankings, which is all well and fine. Andre Ward got 3 belts, you know what I'm saying? Number 1 and 2 should fight each other. What's wrong with that? What does Adonis Stevenson have to deserve to get an Andre Ward fight? And this is what I'm talking about, the hypocrisies, double standards, and fanboyism in boxing. You check it? I'm not gonna call Anthony Joshua a pussy and all kinds of names and stuff like that. Guess what? I'm not gonna call no boxer these type of names. I ain't gonna call no boxers no pussies, faggots, all them type of words where I'm from, man. Them type of words is fighting words, could even get a man life took from him, you know what I'm saying? You don't talk that type of fuckery unless you're ready to do violence, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't go there. These fellas risk their lives in the ring, and you know, boxing is a sport. Believe you me, it's not that serious, dogs. I love boxing like a motherfucker, man. I mean, there might be some injustices. You watch a fight, a fighter you were rooting for probably had money on, or you thought would win, gets robbed, or doesn't get the decision. Yeah, you might get upset about it, you know what I'm saying? But that is because of the injustices and sometimes, how boxing is, man. It's a kind of sport. Boxing is a kind of sport where the debates are unlike any other sport, you know what I'm saying? Because we're debating about individuals, all right? Grown man individuals, unlike when you're debating whether about, like, I don't know, the Patriots and the Ravens. You're talking about football, or the Celtics and the Lakers. You check it, that's more team stuff, you know what I mean? In boxing, we're debating about individuals, and when a man is making a point to champion their fighter, you might be labeled a fanboy, you know what I'm saying? But Can't nobody come on my channel label me a fanboy. I just want to make my points clear, concise, and precise. Wilder does not need to drop his belt. I think a fight with AJ is inevitable. They're both on Showtime. I don't give a fuck who if they don't fight each other fight anybody for the rest of 2017. All I know is this fight needs to happen. We want to see this fight. But a fight I'm even more interested in because Andre Ward is a great fighter. To me, has better skill set than AJ and Wilder. Andre Ward is number one pound for pound. I'd love to see him in another big fight. Don't tell me Adonis Stevenson doesn't deserve it, and then you come and tell me that Wilder doesn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is what you call it. This is fanboyism, hypocrisy, and I just don't understand it. I'm not going to be one to defend Deontay Wilder's resume to say, oh, I don't have to do that. I seen Deontay Wilder get put on Queer Street by Eric Molina. I seen AJ go through Eric Molina in 2-3 rounds. That's all well and fine. I still want to see the fight. Guess what? Deontay's still undefeated. You check it. You know, look, fellas was faking on Deontay, talking about he looked like shit against that kid, Gerald Washington. Gerald Big Baby Miller, he got the victory. They pulled out the fight. But he couldn't get him out of there. He couldn't get him out of there. He got a stoppage via quitting, you know what I'm saying? Wilder lost the first 4 rounds, but he got that one equalizer power. And you can't take that away from him, man. You know, fellas try to discredit. Ain't nobody fucking perfect. Everybody has flaws. Everybody does different things. You check it? That's kind of what they say about Adonis Stevenson. Oh, all he got power. He's knocking out bums. Well, he's knocking out fellas, dogs. Put him in there. Put Andre Ward in there, make Andre Ward call his bluff because Andre Ward fought, quote-unquote, the killer. I don't know why fellas called the man a killer. Okay, the man killed somebody, but that man fucking Sergey Kovalev, dogs. That's why he wasn't in my top pound for pound, man. You see me? I don't give fellas no top pound for pound just because you have 3 belts like the man Triple G. I seen fucking Blake Camparillo put Kovalev on his ass. I even seen Pascal put him on his ass. They didn't count it. I seen Cedric Agnew put this man on Kovalev on his ass. But you know what I'm saying? But fellas was talking about like this man is a bad man. Look, that first Ward versus Kovalev fight, I picked Ward to win the fight. I thought he looked bad in the first 5-6 rounds. Like he kind of was not fighting. He ain't fight the way he did in the second fight, Andre Ward, in my opinion. Maybe he did in the later 6 rounds. I had him winning the fight. But he was kind of fighting a little scared and timid. I don't care what nobody says. He got a better look at Sergey Kovalev in the second fight. He was more confident. And he looked more stronger and more willing to engage. You check it? And still, all in all, even by the 8th round, the fight was a close fight. So these are the type of things we talking about, all right? They talk about Fonfora dropped Stevenson. Fonfora dropped Stevenson. He did, yes. Fonfora is a better fighter than Blake Camparillo, Cedric Agnew. And maybe, I don't know about Jean Pascal. That's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about. Hypocrisy, double standards. Everybody who is a champion deserves to fight each other. They deserve to fight each other. Don't give me anything about deserve anything, okay? I think the Wilder and AJ talk, it'll just go around in circles. The way it looks like, it's like American fellas, they back in AJ. Hey, I live in the States. I'm sorry, they back in Wilder. I'm going to root for Wilder. I've let it be known. But I got nothing against Anthony Joshua. I even salute the man, you know. The man is a man from, his parents from Nigeria. Man is an African. You check it. The man has came a long way. As a man who was a convicted felon out there in England, the man has come a long way, you know. But I'm not going to say, when fellas say he's had the most signature win in the heavyweight division in like a decade, but I'll still have to go back to Tyson Fury beating Klitschko. He actually beat him first. Whether it was a style you liked, whether it was boring to you as opposed to AJ's and Klitschko was exciting, the fact of the matter is Tyson beat him first. Tyson beat him more comprehensively. The head movement, the shoulder fakes, they put this man Klitschko in a trance, you know. And you know, 78 made a good point, you know what I'm saying? He did make a great point when he said Klitschko fought AJ rather than Wilder, you know? Yeah, because there's bigger money. There's big money. 90,000 deep in Wembley. Or was it 100,000? 90,000 in Wembley, you know? And we could take it for face value. Maybe Klitschko thought that AJ is green. And he's a guy who's a big key-man, muscle-bound motherfucker, and he might gas out. And he only has 18 fights at that time, as opposed to Wilder. You know, we could say these type of things. And I could also come back and say maybe B-Hop was you already know how B-Hop thinks about white fighters. Ain't no white man beating me. Remember when he said stuff like that about Calzaghe? You check it, ain't no white man beating me. Okay, we know how he feels about white fighters. He don't think no white fighters can beat him. He beat Shumenov. He was there. Easy work, right? I was even there live for that fight, Shumenov versus B-Hop. He probably thought the other European was an easy Vic, as opposed to Adonis Stevenson, who's a hard-hitting Haitian, southpaw. Yeah, Kovalev is a hard-hitting, straight up, down the line motherfucker too, you know what I'm saying? But you know, maybe B-Hop, I could go ahead and say that too, but you know, that's not concrete evidence, you know what I'm saying? That Klitschko thought Wilder, AJ is an easier Vic than Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? And you know, in my opinion, from my eyes seeing it, I think AJ is a more easier fight for Vlad than Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But then again, my opinion on that, it's not concrete evidence. And that's just my opinion. Just like my opinion could have been B-Hop ain't want no parts of Stevenson, because that motherfucker knocks fellas out. And he's a southpaw. He's a dangerous dude with a long-ass reach. You already know how B-Hop thinks about these Eastern European fighters or European white fighters in general. They just straight up and down, no special effects. They just punch in straight lines. And that's what Kovalev does. Let's be honest. That's what he does. Just punches in straight lines. And, you know, so the reason I made this video is just to put it down. You know, hey, I also got to make a point, you know. I'll be honest. I told you I fucks with Boxing Librarian, right? I ain't gonna lie. Ever since AJ got them 2 belts, Boxing Librarian has been hard on Deontay Wilder, and he's saying exactly the truth. He says real things. He hasn't fought that good fighters like AJ's big win with Klitschko. That's true, but I do feel like Boxing Librarian wasn't going in, and not just Boxing Librarian. A lot of people who are defending AJ, and you have every right to. They weren't going in on AJ before them 2 belts, you know. I'm sorry, on Deontay Wilder before AJ beat Klitschko. There was nobody talking about his 9-year reign of, 9-year career and just fought nobodies, and AJ's done this, and nobody was talking about that up until, you know. So ain't nothing changed for me, you know what I'm saying? Wilder's resume, you can't even really debate on who's is better between him and, because at 18-0. This guy, AJ, has beat Klitschko. And Klitschko had been beat by Fury, yes. All them belts on the real. Hey, when you think about it, AJ used to be Tyson's Furies, and Tyson ain't lose him in the ring. But Tyson fucked that money up, you know what I'm saying? He fucked that money up. And that's another double standard hypocrisy. That motherfucker, Tyson Fury, hasn't fought since November of 2015, and he still holds a Ring Magazine belt. They snatched that Ring Magazine belt from Guillermo Rigondeaux and Adonis Stevenson. Yeah, I think I know why. I think it's because they black. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because this fucking coke face don't need to be holding no belt. No belt. It's been over 15 months since that fight happened, man. You kidding me? This man still got a ring belt, man. Stop and lineal title. So, you know, I just had to make this video and talk about the hypocrisies and double standards that people have when they talk about fighters. And I can't help but to say that it's a part of favoritism. I'm not going to even say fanboyism. It's like, if you like Andre Ward, you're going to say anything and everything to say that Adonis Stevenson does not deserve a fight with him. And this fight is for undisputed. I mean, goddamn, to me, that fight is the best fight in boxing, man. I don't care what nobody says. Because when Ndongo and Bud fight, whoever wins that fight is #1 pound for pound on the planet. Knock Andre Ward down the ladder. He got to be number 2 because he's not undisputed and don't even got a lineal. While the man Bud is a lineal champ in 2 divisions from 135 to 140. You know, so Deontay and then Anthony Joshua fans are saying that Wilder does not deserve a fight with him, and that's because they're Anthony Joshua fans. So everybody, let's stop with the fanboyism. Everybody, we don't need to debate anything about the fight. We don't need to debate anything about deserving and what each fighter has done and hasn't done. The point of the matter is, when these guys fight, we will settle all questions and everything we wanted to know about these fighters, whether it's AJ and Wilder or Stevenson and Ward. And at the end of the day, all these guys are champions and we want to see undisputed. We do. I do. And I do. Let me not say we. I do. You know what I'm saying? To me, on the real, I care more about Adonis Stevenson versus Ward rather than this AJ versus Wilder shit. Because we're not even close. Fellas got mandatories to take care of, you know what I mean? Right now, Andre Ward and Stevenson could say, fuck it, we're going to fight in November. Adonis Stevenson mandatory fall the fuck back because unifications take precedent over Mandos. And then we'll get the fight. That's more closer to be made, but actually it's not even close because Rock Nation is Jigga, Adonis Stevenson, Al Heyman. We already know how the Jigga man and Al Heyman don't coexist. But you know, I could think about really and go back and think about probably an instance where a Rock Nation fought Al Heyman fighter, but I'd have to think about it. Oh yeah, here's another point I wanted to make. My guy Guillermo Rigondeaux beat Moises Flores. They called it a no contest, but on the night of when he won, he didn't call out Lomachenko. He did not. He ain't say I want Lomachenko. He says I want to fight anybody and everybody. Want to fight the best. Fellas ducking me. Adonis Stevenson, when he fought Fonfora, he was being told what to say by the man Sam Watson. You know what I'm saying? He was being told what to say. You could actually read Sam Watson's lips. That's why the man didn't mention Andre Ward. You know? Okay, he ain't mentioned him on that instance, Stevenson. But like I said, when there's proof on fucking Twitter and on videos that Adonis Stevenson has made saying he wants to fight Andre Ward, congratulations. Nobody takes that for face value. But when Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua, they say they want to fight, and just on paper, everybody's jumping to conclude, say, yeah, he said he wanted to fight. His word is golden. But when Adonis Stevenson says it, oh, he don't want to fight. He just saying that. Man, fellas, I don't understand boxing fans sometimes, man. Sometimes boxing fans are the most difficult fan bases to deal with. But I'm glad I'm not part of that ideology, man. I'm a boxing fan first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? I can't do shit about fighters not wanting to fight each other. But I do know that fights need to be made so fellas could stop all these debates. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want to see Wilder versus AJ, if you're an AJ fan, that just means you think this man is dangerous. You don't want that smoke from Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa for Andre Ward fans who are talking about Stevenson hasn't done shit. He doesn't deserve the fight. Well, that's the same kind of thing that they saying about Wilder. And some of them fellas who saying that about Adonis Stevenson are Wilder fans. You know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make sense, man, you know. I just don't understand how fellas don't see the blatant hypocrisy, double standards, and fanboyism spewing out of their mouth, you know what I mean? If anybody want to call my bluff and say I'm not consistent or I'm being a hypocrite, a fucking parasite or something like that, then call my bluff, baby boy. B. Marsh is right here, live in effect in the flesh. You smell me? You check it. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't even go debate or have people come on my comment section saying some nut ass shit, because what I say out of my mouth is not no nut ass shit. You check it. It's just a perspective from a boxing fan who gets no money from these fighters. Although I do support boxing, I might not buy no Kovalev versus Ward pay-per-view. But I do go to boxing events whenever they come to my city, you know what I mean? So I do put money in boxing's pockets, you know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Fellas need to fight each other. Wilder don't need to drop his belt because nobody's going to fight him. Wilder deserves a fight with AJ. When Wilder said he wanted to fight Klitschko in 2015, that was in 2015, that's cool. When Adonis Stevenson has a video with his friends watching the fight, he says he wants Andre Ward. Fellas ain't buying that. That just shows to me you want to believe your favorite fighters or guys you support more rather than guys you don't. But it is what it is. B Marsh Boxing, grown man business over here. I'm out. Peace.